Hello. Welcome to our holiday special, our holiday book fair. My name is Tammy M. Lilly, and I am the owner of KRC Companies. KRC Companies consist of KRC Bookstore and KRC Tax and Business Services. Tax and Business Service is the tax preparation side of it. So, as you know, we have tax preparation season coming up. So, please make sure you think about Tammy M. Lilly or think about KRC Bookstore, KRC Tax and Business Services when you need to take care of your tax preparation needs. So, without any further ado, this is for KRC Bookstore. KRC Bookstore is a bookstore that's all about inspirational empowerment, as well as children's books and self help business books. We have created a platform for authors, in addition to the bookstore, to help out to get the exposure for their books. As you know, we are in the holiday season, and most people do not think about books as a very good gift to give away. But I am here to tell you that that is untrue. Hashtag books are great. Hashtag books are great gifts. We have some beautiful ladies on the stream with us. They're going to be talking about their books, and they're going to be talking about themselves. Please jump in and support. Please make sure you go and purchase their books, as you see fit. But without any further ado, I'm gonna open up the floor for the ladies here, and then I'm gonna come back and tell you a little bit about my book journey and the books that I have, as well as some of the books that are in the bookstore. So, without any further ado, we're gonna go ahead and jump on in and talk to Miss Nyla. Miss Nyla is amazing author. She is a part of the bookstore as well. She's one of our new books that have came in, and I'm so super excited about this book. I have been looking and searching for business books, and she has answered my prayers and brought on her book to the bookstore, and she has entrusted us with her book journey, and we're so super excited. We do not take it lightly by far. Without any further ado, we're gonna just roll off into this thing and talk to Miss Naylor about her book.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is Lechiantia Naylor. As she said, I am a new author. My book was published October 17th, 16th. Um, and the way it came about is I've always been very good with finances all my life. And then the Lord kind of spoke to me about my finances on how I can make it better. And it was kind of trial and error. And one day I was like, my kids finally started school. I was like, I'm going to try and get another job, help bring in some money. And then I got on Indeed and I was like, you know what? I really don't want to work for anybody else. So I prayed about it and I was like, God, out of all my talents, can you please just give me something to do that I will enjoy that can also be a help to my family? And so about a week later, um, I was laying down and he told me the title of the book. He told me a couple of the tips to write about, and he told me who to contact after I finished writing it. So I got on it right away. It took me about 4 weeks to write because a lot of it was just pure experience. So it wasn't really hard to write about. So he gave me this 20 tips to financial success. And I actually tried to finesse it. And I was like, does it have to be 20 tips? Can it be 15? And he's like, no, I said 20. So I did 20. And it is a financial literacy book that provides clear and concise tips regarding credit, interest rates, tithing, savings, income taxes, and a whole bunch of other things. It has scripture in there. People don't really understand how important tithing is and having God in your finances. And I go into detail about it like immensely. about my personal experiences because I wasn't always a tither. And once I became a tither, I saw a huge difference. So these are some of the things I talk about in the book. And so far, I've have gotten overwhelming feedback. Everybody loves how it's a very quick read. I know people really don't. A lot of people don't like to read, so I tried to make it short and sweet and to the point. I give you charts to show you how to break down your income and expenses, so you can get the like you can look at it and be like, okay, this is what I have, this is what I need. You can get all your debt in order and get it paid off. Like it's very detailed, very easy to read, very straight to the point. And I just wanted to help people um, be able to get their finances in order, especially in our community, and share that information because a lot of people don't like to share their information. At one point, we were homeless, and now we own our own home. We're able to pay up our bills for over for a year. Like our bills for next year are already paid for. Yes, our bills are already paid for next year. We own our home. We have two cars. Like we're able to just do things and not have to worry about it. And everybody's idea of financial success is different. So what I consider financial success might not be what you consider financial success, and vice versa. So it's good for people to get a plan and be like, okay, so what do I want for my future in the next 5 years? Write it down and make your budget work for that plan so that way you can live the way you want to live without any worries. So that's kind of what it's there for.
Okay, awesome. Great information. We actually had a question that came up. If you're ready for any questions, real quick.
Yes.
Um, Miss Christine wants to know what is your financial background and how you publish, whether you did traditional or self publishing.
A financial background is I'm not like a I didn't work for a bank or anything. It's pretty much stuff that I personally went through that I've seen. I did trial and error. I'm like, okay, this doesn't work. This really did work,
Mm.
and just trying to tell people what I did to get to where I wanted to be, and hopefully that it can help anybody else who might be in a similar situation. And I did self publishing. It was super easy. Um, like literally, after I finished writing it, I talked to my publisher, and she did it the self publishing route. And also, her business is North Memphis Publishing House, and she's very affordable. She helped me edit it and get it right. She has someone who came up with the illustration, the cover, and within like 2 weeks of going back and forth to make sure everything was right, it got published, and the next day it was on Amazon. So I mean, it was a very I was actually shocked at how simple the process was. So yeah, thank you, thank you so much.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely finances are very, very important. For somebody who is trying to get their financial situation in a good position, what would be your first, advice for them? Just straight, simple, and easy.
My first advice would be have a plan. Like if you can't figure out what you want to do financially if you don't know why are you trying to get your finances in order, what's the end goal. Like you have to sit there and be like, this is what I want to do with my life, how do I get there with what I got. You don't have to get no bunch of loans. People can literally get it together with what they have, and it's going to take sacrifice. Like some people I know me and my husband, we had to sacrifice going on dates or just hanging out with friends or buying things that we really wanted at that moment. We had to sacrifice and not get those because we had a bigger goal that we was trying to achieve. So it takes a lot of sacrifice and discipline. And so I would just say to start out is just write down your plan. What is it you want to do? How long do you think it's going to take? And how much is it going to cost you? You know, so you can figure that into your plans.
Okay, awesome, awesome. And when we the question was asked, what is your background? And we had a user said that personal experience, and personal experience is the best direction to me. I like to tell my kids all the time, life is the best teacher. So life experiences have taught you, and you're living by it.
Yeah,
It speaks volumes. You're not just spilling out a bunch of stuff that you may have did research on or did a YouTube, channel on. You're actually living it, because the mere fact that you're experiencing, you're going through home ownership, that speaks volumes. Because
yeah,
there's a lot of people out there that's not in that position, and won't ever be in that position till they get their mindset right, until they start living and learning from those mistakes that they've made in the past. So
absolutely.
that's amazing. That's
Yes,
enough in itself. To me, I think that's worth way more than anything else, that experience. So,
yes.
definitely thank you, thank you, thank you.
No problem.
Uh,
Thank you.
so we're gonna show this book off again, so they can know when they see it on the website, what are they looking for. So 20 tips, 20. God told you to do 20,
You
and
told
you
me
was on
20. Yes,
20 tips to financial success. And so that speaks volumes, because you're living the success. You're not just talking about what somebody told you, you're living it.
yes.
So definitely thank you for embarking on this journey with KRC bookstore, and being on the book fair, and and sharing your book. And definitely I wish you best of success, and I know your book is going to do amazing in the bookstore, because so many
Thank
people are
you.
looking.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Okay, okay, that was Miss Yolanda. Okay, um, she actually co-wrote a book. Me and her and a host of the ladies did a book together. So thank you so much, Miss Yolanda, for getting on and supporting. Definitely appreciate you. So thank you so much, and we're gonna come back to you
Okay.
at the end of it, and we're gonna go and do a few commercials, and then we're gonna bring on our next guest to talk about her book. So,
All right.
alrighty.
Hi guys, I'm Tavia with All Black Everything. And as you know, we talk a lot about normalizing buying black. So I just want to break that down as far as what it really means. So it's really a lifestyle adjustment. We want everything you do, everything you own to be black owned. So start small, replace your laundry detergent, your soap, your deodorant with a black owned product. There's plenty of places. You just have to take the initiative to look for it. And if you need help, any suggestions of any companies, hit up All Black Everything. We got you covered. You can follow us on IG or Facebook at All Black Everything.
All righty. That particular event is an event that I do. Um, every initially was every first and third Friday, but I think they're gonna be doing it every third Friday. But anyhow, it being, this is a event that I participate in, participating in for the past year. It is more than just a pop up. It is an experience. They have singers and rappers and people that do the spoken word come on and showcase their talent. as well as they have an artist, a painting artist that comes in and does painting right on the spot. So it's an amazing event that I participate in. And I always make time for this particular event because I just absolutely um, love doing that particular event. Yes, sir. Mr. Leroy. There's good stuff, and it's all black everything. It's got an A in there, not an I. You know how us people, we talk everything. We gotta change the English language around a little bit, but that's all right because that's what makes us wonderful and unique and wonderfully made. So we're gonna bring Miss Different up to up to the screen to talk about her book. She has something very, very unique that she wrote about. I mean, when I seen the concept and I seen the book, I was like, wow, that's something else. I don't think it's not too many of us that have thought about that I have heard of. I've never thought about it on that standpoint. But I'm not going to do a spoiler alert. I'm gonna let Miss Different come up here and talk about her book.
Hmm.
Please make sure you get her book. It's a good holiday event. We're gonna get her website up there while she talking. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the floor up, open the stream up for Miss Different.
Thank you, Queen Tammy. Thank you so much for having me. Hello to everybody out there watching and listening. Before I also get off track, congratulations to you, Miss Naylor, on publishing your first book. That's a big experience in itself. I too am a first-time author, and I just self-published myself. My new book, "What If: A Controversial Paradigm Shift." Um, it published September 2021. And before I get into the book, I must explain how the book came about. Um, and I feel that it is pertinent to talk about it, especially within the Black community. If we're talking about all Black everything, then let's talk about Black mental health and getting it in check. And so, with that being said, I guess where my story starts for me, um, I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm 30 years old. Um, and coming up, I had a tough upbringing, if you will. Well, up until the time I was 11, I had a pretty good childhood up until the time I was 11, and then around that age, everything changed. Me and my family, we ended up homeless and basically lived pillow to post for 3 years. And at the age of 14, I was secretly placed in foster care by a relative. And for the first 6 months, nobody in my family knew that I was in CPS. They didn't know where I was. And I tried my hardest to come home. However, I found out through another foster kid that if I stayed and aged out of care, then the state of Texas, they would pay for your fees to college, your full ride. And so right then, a light bulb went out in my head. And, I just didn't see no other way of me making it out of my environment other than, doing what I did, which was deciding to stay in CPS. Once my family found out where I was, I told them that I was going to stay and duke out those 4 years of foster care so that I can have a way, to get out of my environment. And I did just that. 4 year later, I ended up graduating from Elsick High School, and then I ended up going to Sam Houston State University. So shout out to the Bearcats out there. Um, and the way God just set it up, it was just His steps were ordered, and everything that came afterwards. He blessed me with the opportunity to travel abroad. I ended up studying at Kim Young University in South Korea, and that's where my travel bug was planted. And within that opportunity, I ended up going to 8 other countries. I also was blessed with the opportunity to start my own student organization titled Pay It Forward, in which we educated, volunteered, and mentored to the youth that were in foster care, as well as kids in general. We would go to different high schools speaking with them about the importance of education. And right there, that's where my motivational speaking bug was planted. I would share my stories with the kids, and they would come to me afterwards and they would tell me so much how my story would inspire them, and how I could relate to them. And so fast forward to me graduating from Sam Houston. I graduated in 2013 with my bachelor's in international business. I also have a degree, or excuse me, two minors in business communications as well as economics. A few years later got my master's degree in entrepreneurship. I am also a Texas real estate agent and now a newfound author and a CEO of my own business, Third Eye Entertainment LLC. And with that being said, What Third Eye Entertainment LLC is a business that strives to bring social awareness to society through our products and services in which we educate, entertain, and inspire all at once. We also I do a lot of YouTubing. I share my travel adventures. I'm an avid traveler. I love traveling. Before the pandemic, I was just about at 50 countries that I hit up. And so I do have a YouTube channel where I share my travel experiences as well as we talk about social and taboo issues that are often swept under the rug and turned a blind eye to, such as social injustice, um, uh, systemic racism. We also talk about domestic violence, mental health, suicide prevention, which those are two most important things that I feel are near and dear to my heart, and as far as getting my mental health in check. Um, we also talk about other issues, LGBTQ community issues, anything that's taboo and often swept under the rug, we talk about it. And with our first product being my new book, dun, da, 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 What If a Controversial Paradigm Shift? It's a book that is written to inform and encourage thought provoking and constant conversations about injustice and systemic racism in America. And it's done through graphic and provocative illustrations. And What If provides a different perspective by detailing controversial deaths and events that have occurred in America within the African American community. And the way that I've set this up is within four main paradigms. I have historical, political, precedent, and hypothetical. And within those paradigms, I'm asking sub paradigm questions. For instance, when you get to historical paradigm, the first paradigm chapter, you'll see the first question asks, what if in 1619 Africans started dealing in illegal slave trading, whereas they kidnapped millions of English men, women, and children and brought them on slave ships to America? And then you will see the provocative illustration. So that way, if the question doesn't make you think, sorry if you guys can see it or not, the illustration surely will. Sorry if you guys can see that or not. But I also must state that the book does come with a disclaimer. It's intended for a mature audience only, so if you can't take this type of heat, do not bother coming to this kitchen. Although a lot of people will say that this book is, controversial, it's going to piss off a lot of people. No doubt about it, that's very true. However, it's more to it than that. The purpose of me writing this book, it started all last year with me being stuck in the house and dealing with my depression. Um, like I said, coming up with my background. Um, in that environment that I was in, a lot of that baggage carried over into my adulthood to where, for me, coming up in, the way I did, chaos seemed normal. And so when I got taken out of that situation and got placed in foster care, I actually got placed in good foster homes and good schools. However, I didn't, it was too good to be true. And so for me, I would squander that opportunity. I would sabotage it. And that carried over into my adulthood to where I would mess up, my career, all the career opportunities that I had coming my way. And it was one incident that I squandered, and it bothered me for years, and to the point to where it forced me to face the ugly truth about myself, that I needed to go and get myself together. I needed to go and fix my issues. Whatever I went through as a child, it wasn't my fault. It was out of my control. But as an adult, it's on me to fix, and it's nobody else's fault or problem now. It's on me. What I'm doing, the upset that I'm causing, the damage that I'm doing to myself, it's on me to fix. So for me, I said, bump that. I know most black people don't do therapy, but this black girl right here is going to go do some therapy and get herself together. And so that's just what I did. And for 2 years, I've been in it consistently and consecutively, and I'm proud to say that. And for anybody out there that's listening and watching this, that's going through any type of mental anguish, be it depression, anxieties, suicidal thoughts, or even dealing with bullying, please know that it is okay to not be okay, but just don't sit there and not be okay. Go get help, whether that be talking with a therapist, a family member, a friend, picking up a hobby, mending broken bridges, or cutting people off who no longer serve you a purpose in your life. Go do what you have to do to reach your highest and fullest potential and what you are meant to do in this life. We have a motto here at Third Eye NT. It says manifest, plan, prepare. And what that means is sort of like what Miss Naylor was saying in her segment. For us, in order for what is my thought is, in order for those who believe they're meant for greatness and they want to achieve guaranteed success, they must manifest, plan, and prepare for it. The manifesting part, it comes where, and you see it in your mind. You have to see it before you believe it, and then you have to speak it like no other. Remove all the fear, all the doubt, and replace it with faith. Start writing it out on paper. Start writing affirmations, and start seeing that. And then once you move on to the plan, plan out how are you going to achieve every little, excuse me, goals that you have in mind, and how you're going to, attack it. Make sure you have a backup plan, an exit plan. Also, you can be prepared or plan for the unknown. However, you can accept that the unknown is coming. And so just be prepared, if you will, with that. And then when I say prepare, that means getting your house in order, being financially, mentally, physically, spiritually. Go do what you have to do to get yourself together. So when whatever it is that you're manifesting for, when it comes to you, you can be prepared for it so that you will know what to do with it and you won't squander it. And so that's just what it was for me with this book. Talking with my therapist, he, helped me, channel all the negative energies that I was going through to a positive, and, encouraged me to get back into my writing, which is what I started doing during the pandemic and being stuck in the house. And then, boom, May 25th, 2020 happens, the day George Floyd dies. And being that I'm from Houston and he's from Third Ward, we're from the same, city. I'm right down the street from him. I wanted to get involved and I wanted to have my voice heard. However, I felt that I want my voice to be heard longer than in that moment of time. I wanted it to be heard afterwards. And so, like Miss Naylor, I'm very spiritually in tune. I love to, talk and meditate and pray with God and ask for the spirit of discernment. This is what he revealed to me, bit by bit, piece by piece, watching little movies or talking with people here and there. I would ask these questions. I don't even start writing them out on paper. What if, George Floyd was a white man who was killed by a white police officer? And then I have the illustrations that'll, provide the, excuse me, the imagery for you guys. And so that's what it came for me when I got my mental health in check, and this is where I'm going with it. And so it's more than just about the book. It's the book is in itself is going to stand on its own, but with me and in my business, Third Eye Entertainment, we push for bringing social awareness to society, especially within the Black community, and talking about mental health and getting it together. I also want to say for anybody out there that's feeling suicidal, that is not the way. If you need to, please call the crisis hotline at 1-800-273-8255, or go to mentalhealthishealth.us or US. Now, getting back onto the book, I know I'm getting off topic, you guys. I'm sorry, but that's a very important topic to me. And so, back to the book, What If a Controversial Paradigm Shift? Like I said, the book is meant to stimulate thought provoking conversations about systemic racism, but it's also more than that. It's also pushing for it. Those who are mature enough to read through the book and see and make it to hypothetical paradigm shift, you will see that it's not just about, making white folks mad or putting it in the face of how they did or what they're doing to us Black folks, but more so talking about unity and compassion and coming together as one. What if, this is the generation that plants the seed for the next? I'm well aware that change doesn't come overnight, and it doesn't just happen with one person. It takes a village. It takes more than one voice to be heard. So for me, this is just my attempt, to try my contribution. And I'm a big manifest, and so I believe, this book is going to be a number one bestseller already. I've already been on a radio station, been for 30 podcast interviews, and so it's just going to go up. But that being said, go to my website, differenceworld.net, and you can see the book trailer there. You can also get the book there. Also, you can check out my social media handle, my YouTube channel, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all of that. Also, for anybody out there who I do motivational speaking and participate in grassroots conversations. So if you would like to book me, I am free of charge as of now. So go to my, again, website, differenceworld.net, right there in the headline next to my name. And you can look up all my videos, all my travel adventures, and everything that I have to offer when you guys come into Difference World. Um, I also want to take this time, when I won't take up too much of my time, but I want to take this time to say thank you to Miss Tammy for having me on her show, and with the book fair. I truly appreciate the opportunity, and just want to remind her that she's a queen and she has a crown on her head and she's rocking it very well. Congratulations to also, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought, but Don't forget, whatever it is in life that you guys want, you have to manifest, plan, and prepare for it, and it will surely come to you guys. Difference world, come and learn.
Girl, that was a mouthful what you just
I
put
know,
down.
girl. I talk too much,
Woo!
girl. I'm sorry, y'all. I should have
I
warned y'all.
love it. I love it. You hit
Yes,
so
ma'am.
points, and I'm just listening. I'm just absorbing. Cause I mean, when I seen your book, I was just like, okay, that is different. That is definitely different.
Mhm.
Most of
Yes.
us, we just kind of go along with the flow of things. Black people are disadvantaged. We this, we that. We used
Mhm.
to be slaves, and now we
We
here
monolith. Yeah.
thinking
Mhm.
as human beings. But the thing about it is, I think reason why a lot of people have an issue with how we're feeling right now is because they don't put themselves in our position. They don't put themselves in
Exactly.
our shoes. How would you feel if you was looking and you seen something like that happen? How would you feel if you drove past and you seen your family members hanging from trees? How would you feel if somebody treated you like you wasn't human? How would you feel if somebody have the audacity to
Yes.
tell you, I
Come
give
through.
you rights? No, you can't give me my rights. You respect my rights and respect me as a human being. And I think once, enough of us recognize the fact that if that was you,
Mhm.
if our counterparts realize that if this was you in that position, how would you feel? Wouldn't you be just as mad, just as upset, just as bothered, just as as we feel? And I think that's very, very important. Some of the points that
Ex-
you hit on about suicide, because that is just running rapid, because we don't realize how many people get to a position where they feel
Especially
hopeless.
during the holidays. Especially during the holidays. I don't mean to cut you
Yeah,
off, Miss Tammy, but
yeah,
especially during holidays in the black community. Let me just say this. I didn't. I've tried to make it a point to say this as well to the black kings out there that's listening. Please know, as a black woman, I do not view you when as weak when you guys express the mental anguish that you guys are going through. I feel
mhm,
that it's important that you guys do what y'all have to do for us and coming back to us and to helping us raise our young kings and queens. So if that means going to therapy and fixing your anger issues, or picking up a hobby such as gardening or
mhm.
knitting, then do that. I don't see you as being weak. That's a strong man right there to me
Yes,
that can
ma'am.
admit that he got issues and go and fix it. And
Yeah,
so we need you, black kings. Us black queens need you guys. And so go do what you have to do in order to come back to us and do what you need for us. And so
yes.
as far as with the suicide rate, we already have enough people out there that's taking us out and snatching us up, even with COVID. And
Hmm.
so we need us. And so just know that it's okay to not be okay, but don't sit there and not be okay. Like I said, whatever you went through as a child, it may or may not have been your fault and out of your control. As an adult, it's on you to fix. You can't blame mama and daddy or whoever else hurt you because they gone on with their lives. They moved on to the
Yes, ma'am.
next victim. Whoever, even in your relationships, your boyfriends, girlfriends, you can't worry about them. You can't expect for them to come back and mend that broken heart. It's on you to fix it. And that's
Yes,
when
ma'am.
you learn about self love and what that truly is and how to forgive. That's also where it came with me with the power of forgiveness and letting go. So it's such a freeing from mental bondage when you face the ugly truth, people, about the things that are going on with you, and you get real with yourself. You don't hide it. You don't feel ashamed about it. Trust me, that's when you find your village. Soon as I put that out there that I was struggling with mental issues and going through depression, because on the outside I'm always jolly. That's just me. When I
Yeah.
when I said that, my village, I found my tribe, my village, the people that understood me and knew what I was going through. They came to me. I didn't have to go after them. I didn't have to go looking for love in all the wrong places. So I'm telling you this: free yourself, and then
Mm.
that's whenever whatever you want, whatever you need, that's when it's going to come to you. That's when God's able to bless you. I'm not a religious person. I'm spiritual, and so I would tell you that there is a higher power up there, and she, whoever you want to call them, will acknowledge him as. They are watching, they're hearing, they're listening, and so whatever it is that you feel in your heart, it's yours. Take it. And if you
Yes.
don't, and the thing also, if you know you got a problem, you know you got issues, and you need to fix it, and you don't want to fix it, then it is your fault.
Yeah.
It is. That's the ugly truth. That's what we got to face as an adult. But thank you so much, Queen, for having me. I truly appreciate it. Again, you guys don't forget differenceworld.net. Go get my book, What If a Controversial Ship. Shoot, it's Christmas time. I'm going to get out here and get it. Y'all go to my website. My birthday next week, December 15th. So hook a
Yes,
girl
ma'am.
up for my birthday gift. Just go buy my books. That's all I want. I'm going to be real
Oh,
with you. It is available on Amazon, but if you go there, it's going to be much more expensive. So just go to my website, differenceworld.net, and get the better price.
yes,
That
ma'am.
is.
We
Difference World, come and learn.
yes, ma'am. We do have
Oh,
your
I'm sorry.
web.
Did anybody have questions?
That we do have your website scrolling down the bottom. That's actually a Bentley that routes to the directly to your website because we want to, as we're going on doing this book fair, we want to know what kind of impact we're making. So it's kind of a measuring tool for me
Yes.
to let me know
Yes, ma'am.
how I'm doing. Make sure I'm in a place where I need to be at. Checking point system for me. Uh,
Yes,
we
ma'am.
do have a couple comments. Um,
Okay.
I think this was probably Miss Yolanda. She says, "Do you do speaking engagements?"
Yes, Miss Alonda, I do. I just again go to my website, differenceworld.net, and go to events or book requesting, and you can go up and shoot me an email and what dates you want me to speak. As due to COVID restrictions, I am doing virtual engagements only until maybe next year. Then we'll talk about doing face to face. But right now it is virtual. But I do motivation speak and speaking engagements, and I am free of charge as of now.
Awesome, awesome,
Yes, ma'am.
awesome. Now, we also had another statement. I can't stop giving you hearts on here.
Aww.
You're amazing.
Thank you so much. Right back at you.
And then another comment. I just spoke with a friend about the exact thing about praying and preparing so that you know what to do when blessings come.
So it's
Indeed.
called manifest, plan, prepare. Those are the three steps when it comes to getting what you want. You got to manifest it, you got to plan it, and then you got to prepare for it.
Awesome,
So,
awesome.
amen. And it's going to come to you, love. Just manifest, plan, and prepare for it.
Oh, and somebody said, "No, ma'am, you need to be charging."
What you mean? I said as of yet.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
I'm gonna
ma'am.
keep it humble right now. I'm just starting out, so don't worry. A year from now, it's gonna be a whole different tune for me. I'm
Yes,
just getting started. But
you
you're
got to fill
right.
that resume up, and once you fill that resume up, you build your value up. So
Yes,
definitely.
ma'am.
And then somebody said, "Amazing."
God bless you. I appreciate it.
And then last comment was, You're passionate about this,
I
about
am.
it." Excuse me. Awesome,
If you're an
awesome.
author, whatever you write about is not. If you're not passionate about it, don't even bother publishing it.
Yes, ma'am. The passion has got to be there because
Have
then
to have
after a while,
passion.
work, and then you become to a point where you don't want to do it anymore and all that kind of stuff. It keeps you grounded when
Mhm.
things go away, because in business things go up and down. You have your peak periods. I tell anybody in business, you're gonna have a high period where you have a lot of, and you have your low period, and those are the times that if you don't have passion for it, then you'll fall off. So
Exactly. So passion is the number one thing you must have when it comes to perfecting your craft. With
yes,
anything, not just with writing, with anything, any type of art you feel.
awesome. Yes, ma'am. Thank you
Yes,
so
ma'am.
much. Different.
Thank you so
What
much,
was
Queen. Thank you.
you
I
welcome?
definitely would love to come back. Whenever you have another book fair, you let me know. I'll be there.
Yes, ma'am.
I
I'm laying
definitely enjoy it.
out.
And thank you guys so much. I appreciate the comments.
Yes, ma'am. I'm laying more out for 2022. Right now, we after this one, we're gonna be rolling replays because we have
Hmm.
Christmas season up the way, and we want to be to give
Yeah.
our audience enough time to make a
Hmm.
decisive decision about their Christmas gifts. And
Yes, ma'am.
hashtag books are great. Hashtag books are great gifts. Remember,
Amen.
put that in
Amen.
your.
And we hit the hashtag tonight.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Miss Different. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna run a commercial and then we're gonna move on to the next one. Thank you so much. You was truly a blessing.
Yes, ma'am. Different world. Come and learn.
All right, awesome. All right. Miss Different, she brought some information. She brought some things to think about. Definitely, put that in your mental. But please make sure you check out her website. Her website is scrolling down at the bottom. That is our routing website to go directly to her website, so we can make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do. So it's a measurement issue, to make sure we are doing a good job here at the book fair with KRC Bookstore. So we're gonna run a commercial and then we're gonna come back with our next guest. Thank you so much, y'all, for listening. Those who are on here, those who are in Instagram land. Thank you so much for watching. If you do want to opt to go right over to the Facebook page, you can. If you want to listen right here, you just look at me and hear the people talking. But if you want to actually see everybody talking and seeing the books and so forth, please go over to Facebook or YouTube, because we are going live on YouTube. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and get over to this commercial. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Tammy M. Lilly, and I own KRC Bookstore. Here at KRC Bookstore, we have a plethora of books to choose from, but one of the books I want to talk about, well, actually two of the books I want to talk about with you today, is these beautiful books. What Can I Be? One is a reading book. It has the alphabet and words resemble that particular alphabet, as well as has a coloring book. And we also have some crayons for you, which is the color of the world. So this is a part of our children's book subscription as well. You can get the books individually, or you can opt to get a subscription. If you opt to get a subscription, in that particular subscription box, it will have a book, an activity book, some other items such as a t-shirt depending on the age of the child. It can have some earrings in there. It can have a backpack in there. It ranges according to the child. And that particular subscription is only $29.99. Goes up, it starts at $29.99. Definitely check us out. Get your subscription. You can opt to do 1 month and do it as a trial basis, or you can go ahead and save a little bit by go ahead committing to 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or even 12 months. So check out the website. It's www.krcbookstore.com. We're also on all social medias, Facebook, Twitter. We're on Instagram as well as TikTok. Just look up KRC Bookstore. Thank you so much. You have a very blessed day. Enjoy the rest of the book fair. Bye-bye. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to KRC Book Fair. This is for the holidays. And the commercial that you just seen is, well, it was a TikTok that turned into a commercial. Is about the subscription box. This is our beautiful boxes. These boxes are very durable. They can be repurposed. So if you get a subscription box for your child for the Christmas season, and if you do opt to do a monthly subscription, we have an option where you can go 1 month for one time, or you save a little bit if you do 3 months, if you do 6 months, 9 months, or 12 months. You prepay in advance, and you will receive a box each and every month for that allocated time. If you do opt to do so, and you do save a little bit of money, these are the boxes. They will get a box each month, and these are very durable boxes, as you can hear. They can repurpose them if they have Hot Wheel cars, if they have jewelry, if they have other items that they would like to put in here. These are the boxes without it being filled. This is our beta box that we have. We have lots of wonderful things. Let me find my camera. I'm sorry, y'all. I kind of have some. I'm directionally inclined. This is what the book that I just told you about. Um, what Can I Be? So this is an option for the subscription box. Just show you a handful of things that is in there. I'm not gonna go too detail in there. We do have some crayons in there. The world colors of the world. And then this particular box, we have this beautiful puppy as a purse. So do have a little purse with those children who like um want a puppy, and you may not be to get a puppy for whatever reason, or if they feel like they want to carry their puppy around with them, then it's a puppy for them to carry around with them. In this particular subscription box, it comes with various things. Let me see. We also have a brush in there for the puppy, so if they want to take them around and brush the baby's hair, you can brush the baby's hair. Ain't that cute? So, our boxes are customized. So, whether you have a little girl, a little boy, if you have a child of a certain age, if child has a certain interest, we would try to customize a box for them. We also have an option where if your kid is an entrepreneur, we could put an entrepreneur box in there. Things in there where books are in there to talk to your child on a childlike level about their business, because there are a lot of children that are becoming business owners. Awesome, awesome, wonderful. Um, this is another one of our books that we can put in the subscription box. It is Do You Know Why You're Awesome August? This is one of the books. Young lady talked about her child, and we have a plethora of things that go off in this particular box. Again, it's customized for the child. So, without any further ado, we're gonna go ahead and open up this floor and talk to another one of our guests. Um, I'm sorry, last and definitely not least. Hello, how are you
Hello.
doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing? Sorry, I'm trying to get this computer situation.
I know what happens when y'all first in.
Yes. But
Can you hear?
first of all,
Oh,
I
all
have,
righty, all righty, all righty. Um, tell us your and please introduce yourself and tell us about your beautiful book.
hi, I'm Picola. The name of my book is The Levels of My Life, The Battle. It's about my spiritual journey and the different things that I've been through. Um, I can relate to Miss Different when it comes to the mental illness. For many years, I didn't know that I had mental illness, and I was bipolar and manic depressive. And it took me 5 years to write my book because dealing with that mental illness and dealing with the fact that people were trying to discourage me from writing my books, basically telling me that it wouldn't be good, that people will only read it because they knew me. So I kind of got discouraged and I was procrastinating, which is something that I'm currently working on. But, God told me it was time. The book is about different stages of my life. I've been raped, I've been molested, I've been gang bang jumped. My mother, she was a wonderful woman, but in certain families, there's generation of passes of dysfunction, and the way that she was disciplined as a child wasn't right and was considered abuse. So she disciplined me with the same type of force. It caused me to go out there and do a lot of strange things and messed up things that I should not have done. And this book is meant to help heal other people that goes through things, because sometimes in this world we feel that we're all alone and there's nobody else that's going through these things with us. And I've always been the type that just want to help people and just want to see people strive to the top, because and my book also talks about different people in my life that's helped me, that's mentored me and coached me and been there for me when I needed during different points of my life. um I started writing at the age of 10 years old, and poetry has always been my heart. So I started out with poetry when I first learned about poetry in the 5th grade. And it's just been a blessing to write this book. and to be able to tell my story, because I was always controlled as a child. I wasn't allowed to speak for myself in certain, in certain situations. So people always spoke for me. So by writing this book, it's like my diary to the world, to tell my story, to tell why I acted out as a child, and to tell why I acted out as, certain periods of being an adult. And when it comes to that forgiveness thing, like Miss Different was talking about, that's something that I struggled with for many years. And it took me to the age of 28 to be able to forgive. And when that period had happened in my heart, then I was able to start writing my book. Because in order to, when you write something, you also have to be about what you write. You can't just be writing something to people and teaching people how, and no one's perfect, but taking the time to try and change different things in your life and try to work on those things that you need to work on is the key to it all. And aside from that, I'm currently taking up forensic psychology. I have a child and adolescent certificate. I do life coaching because I want people to be able to tell their stories and for someone to hear them out. Decide to write my book. And one of my favorite parts in my book that I wrote is called Chocolate Girls and Winning. And when I did write that, I wrote that from a place of being a Black woman, where in the world we taught that our hair is not good enough, we're ugly, we should be like other type of people. So by writing that, Chocolate Girls Are Winning in my book, I'm showing other women that you pretend don't need to be nobody else, and that Black skin is beautiful, because through our hardships and through our struggles and trials is what makes us strong and what makes us beautiful, because we overcome our obstacles.
That is beautiful,
Thank you.
Muskoga. I want to thank you so much for coming on with us and
Thank you for having
talking
me.
about the book and being transparent with us. I know it's not exactly easy. I don't know how many times you've actually, mentioned of the things that you've been through, and generally the first time is the hardest to admit that
Yeah,
something happened to you, and that you was affected by it, and you were doing things and didn't realize why you were doing those things because of the things that happened to you in your past,
yes,
but you
ma'am.
rose above it and you're here, and it's
Yes,
okay, it's not your fault. It what we have to do, and Miss Different said it so well, is about how,
yes,
yes, bad things happen in our past, but it's how we deal with it in our future, how we deal with it coming into adults. Children, we don't have a whole lot of choices. We only go with the roll the ball of
it's true.
things that happen in a household. But once you become an adult, you have the right, and you have the privilege, and you have the duty to rise above it. You can allow it to break you, or you allow it to make you and rise above. And one of the
That's
things that
true.
you said in the beginning that really resonated to me, and you said that you was, despite of everything that you was trying to do, there was somebody that there was people that was trying to discourage you from writing this book for one reason or another. A lot of times, you know when you've gone through things and people know that they have wronged you, they try to discourage you from telling the dirty little secrets that happened in the past, the things that happened behind closed doors.
That's true.
And I thank you for not listening to that and telling your truth and telling things that happen to you, so you can be a blessing to somebody else. You just don't know who you may bless, because a lot of times, we're not alone in the things that we go through. And that they
That's
told
true.
you that the only person who will buy this book is people that know you. I mean, look at you now. You're on a whole book fair, and you got people that's looking at you, looking to buy a book from you and hear your story and be blessed by your story. So
Yes, ma'am.
amen. Thank you so much for being
Amen.
obedient. All right. All righty. How, in writing this particular book, I know I heard your why and what brought you to this place and your journey of getting there. And it was almost like you climbing over mountains and
Oh
obstacles and
yeah.
stuff. But how did this book um and I always like to say, we write books because we want our audience to feel something. We want the people to feel something that's reading this book. We want people to resonate with it so they can read this book and buy this book and support us in what we're doing. But how did this book change you?
Well, and God, he's an awesome father, and sometimes he does things to remind us. So by me having this book, when I find myself crying about things that I've been through, or I find myself maybe taking a step back, or he'll remind me. He'll remind me about that book I wrote. I overcame that already. I don't need to go backwards. I don't need to do that again. So to keep going forward. So for me personally, it's not only a reminder to the world, but I'm also learning more things. So yeah, that's pretty much it's awesome. And then when I do get down, sometime God will remind me, look at your book, and I'll look through my book and see the different things that I've been through and where I've come and how I could still be stuck in those things, but it made me stronger. Sometimes we have to go through the storms and the battles because it's used to make us stronger, and it's made me a strong person that I am today, making it to age 32 when people 18.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's amazing how I hear other authors say that same thing, that same similar thing. It's like, being in a classroom, we're in science class and we're taking notes for the test. We're taking notes for that practice test, for that pop quiz. And so your book can be looked at for yourself as your notes of what you've been through and how you overcame those things, because
Yes, ma'am.
sometimes we get, stuck, in a place, and we don't know what direction to go in. We don't know, what to do. And we a lot of times we, as humans, we sometimes have short-term memory. We forget about what God has brought us through when we're going through another trial. If he deliver you once, he will deliver you again, and he will deliver
That's
you
right.
again and again. If he forgave you once, he'll forgive you again, and he'll forgive you again and again and again. He's more of a
That's right.
God than he's a second and third, fourth, fifth, and beyond. So it's like a notebook,
Yes.
and
I don't know what I'll do if
jotting
it
notes
wasn't for
down.
him.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much for getting
Thank you
on
for
with
having me.
us and sharing your story. You are so welcome. I don't have your website, but I am going to get it for you so I can put it on this. If you can shoot me your website, but for now,
Well,
if you can tell us
forgive
your
me.
website.
Forgive me. It's on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles. I'm still working on getting on the
Now,
website.
is it under your Facebook name? Is that your pen name? Is that the same as your pen name?
This was before I got married on paper, I should say, because me and my husband did married before God, and then we got married, before the state. And it's my maiden name, Picola Razor.
Okay. Okay. If you shoot that over to me, I will make sure that it gets on here so those who are interested in finding you on Amazon, they can definitely get your book. And type that in. I'm sure Pixacola will probably come up right away. Let me look on Amazon real quick. It may come up quite 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 quickly. So definitely thank you so much for answering the call. Thank you so much and for trusting us with your book journey, agreeing to comment on and tell us your story and being so transparent. That is tremendously you tremendously blessed our heart. So let's see, because I want to make sure we get that on there, because we got Christmas. So
Oh
y'all
yeah.
make sure y'all check the young ladies out in their websites. And I don't want that. Don't do that. Go back over there. Um, so Rodney, you in my camera. I'm sorry, I have a special needs son. No, take it with you. Take it with you. I don't want it. Take it with you. I'm trying to maneuver my Instagram in the process, but I think I found you, and I will make sure that they have that link to be able to get your book. There it is. Instagram fixed. All righty. Well, thank you so much for getting on with us and being transparent and taking time out with us. Okay, I guess I didn't get my. Okay, there it is. There it is. I got Instagram over here as well, so I had to make sure the camera was set up. So, Miss Tiffany, Miss Tiffany Alexander, she gave you some fire. She was talking
Thank
about
you.
fire, and then she said, "Yeah." So definitely, thank you so much. All right, I'm gonna bring the other ladies back up. Um, Give me one sec. All righty. I got us all back up. Christmas season coming up. I'm gonna ask each and every one of y'all if my Instagram ever decides to stay up. I'm gonna ask every last one of y'all. Give me a sec. There you go. All right, it's back up. I'm gonna ask each and last one of y'all. Let's see what kind of question we want to give to each one of y'all. What would be your Christmas wish? Give me a Christmas wish. Miss Pixcola. Piccola. Give me your
She is
Christmas.
not from Florida.
That's okay. You can call me Pepsi Cola
Please
or
forgive
Cola.
me. I will massacre. But I promise you, if I see you in person, I will recognize you to the day I leave this earth. But I will jack
That's all right. I'm
your
not
name
good with names.
up. Please forgive me.
That's
Don't
no
worry, I get
problem.
called Tamay all the time, and my name does not have a Y. It's not an A. I'm like,
Jumping
wait a
in on
minute,
this
Tamay.
conversation with name P Cola. Your name is P Cola, but my government name, my real name is Jacola, like
Wow, that's
Jacolla.
awesome.
I've never seen another cola before, so like we gotta connect after this.
Yeah, that's good. We unique in our way.
Yep. And you kind of look alike too with the locks too. So
Yes,
hey,
we do. Go ahead, girl.
yeah.
All right, give me your Christmas wishes.
For me, my Christmas wish is to help the less fortunate. I've
Oh,
been doing like a raffle and a GoFundMe because I've been homeless before, so I want to help the homeless. I want to help those that's in the hospital stuck with COVID, who families can't come and see them because of restrictions, so that they know somebody loves them, not alone.
yes, ma'am. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. It's always a beautiful thing to, think about others because there's always somebody out there less fortunate than you are. So, that's a beautiful thing. Definitely. Thank you so much for it. And we definitely have to. Are you raffling off anything currently?
Yes, ma'am. I got it on my profile. There's a wine glass and basket with wine. There's some clothing from my friend's clothing line because she support people who suffer from mental illness and stuff. So there's a tracksuit, a dress, and a sweatsuit. I have my own cleaning business, so for anybody that's either locally near Binghamton, New York, or close by, I've come as far as New Jersey and New York. Um, that you can get a free cleaning. And I've also raffled off 2 copies of my books if people want to try to get 2 copies of it.
Okay.
And then if people want to donate, you can donate whatever you want. And for every dollar that you donate, you get your name enter in that many times to try to win.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Let's see. Find my screen. We're gonna put your spelling of your name up.
So P Cola, did you used to get a lot of flack for your name back in the day?
Sorry, what'd you say?
I was saying, did you used to get a lot of flack like me back in the day with your name?
Yep. RC Cola, Ricola.
Yeah, Ricola. I ain't no cough drop. Go about your business now. What about you, Benet? Right? What
Yes.
about you? How did they
Um,
used to do you?
well, Lechianti, I'm from Chicago, but I was raised in Flint, Michigan. And up north, I never really had an issue with people pronouncing my name until I
Mm,
moved down south. And
I know.
nobody can
That's right
say
about that.
Lechiantia. So
Us, yeah.
I just
I
go
was about
by
to say La
Benet.
Chiara.
So I just go by Benet down
Cause
here.
I'm
But
messing.
everybody knows me by
No,
Lechiantia.
but you a queen, and you supposed to make them put some respect on your name, not play with your name. So you tell them every single time, no, my name is La
I like
Chiantia, and
that.
so
Some
I
respect on
I
that's
that.
my
tell
name.
then they be
And
like,
so you make them learn. Tell them come and learn. Shoot, come and learn my name. So
then it's a
I can't
long
say this
conversation.
with us people, our names. It's kind of funny to me, the racial undertone when it comes with, in the subculture when our name is too hard for the outside world for them to pronounce our name. When it comes to names like Janatowski and Wastowski and Prisbonsi and stuff like that, they can pronounce it without any issues. But when it comes to our name, it's Latavia, and so no, it's Latintia. So, tell them that's my name. Don't play with my name. Put some respect on it. And so that's what I
I
had to do with
definitely
people with
I
me.
definitely try, but then they be like, well, how did you get the name? And it's like a whole 5-10 minute conversation.
It
Just
ain't gotta
call
be
me.
no conversation. That's my name. And that's how it's spelled, and that's what it's pronounced.
Then I gotta
And
break
that's
it
what you
down.
do.
That's a big mess.
Now, if you would have grew up in the South, yeah, you from Chicago, but Fleming, okay. But if you would have came in from the South, then yeah, you would have had them put respect on your name because you would have corrected them. Like me. I would have been. I used to tell them, no, my name is spelled with a capital C, J A capital COLA.
Wow.
You know, so yes, ma'am. So that's when it comes to taking back our power and for our people and rocking our queenliness and our kingliness. Our names is the first thing that was given to us, and so it's important, especially that's why I always say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir, because back in the day, respect was never given to black people, especially coming up in the '60s. Here you are, you have a 60-year-old black man being called little boy, a boy by a 23-year-old white officer. And so for me, a lot of times people get mad at me when I say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Don't call me that. But for me, it's an undertone of respect, of giving you the due respect that you've been deserving. So that's why I always try to put some salutations when it comes to, especially the elderly or the older people, the old school, if you will. So when it comes to the names and putting the respect on it, I don't play with it. Neither should you.
Well, that's why I put my government on my book, not Benet.
Yes,
Lechiantia.
ma'am. There you go. I'm sorry, Tammy. I'm just taking over. My bad, girl. Go on. You said the wishes. Uh, Pete
Miss
Cola
Pepper,
said it right. Yeah, the
And
one
also,
wish you
and
would
happy
have.
birthday too.
Oh, I thank you. Yes, ma'am. It's next week. I'm a Sag, so
Yes,
we
happy
live
birthday.
at 5. But yes, ma'am. So if I had a wish, I would say this. Yes, you would want to help people, but you can't help nobody until you help yourself. So, with that
That
being
is
said,
true.
my wish is to sell some copies. Make my goal is selling at least 30 copies this month. I have a creative content planner that I recommend for all writers to have when it comes to posting and promoting their book because it's all on you. But that's my main wish to sell. And as a matter of fact, I just got to sell. So whoever was watching, they just went on my website and bought a book. So thank you so much. Please note that I'll get your book out as soon as possible, but and it'll be sent. But with UPS, they're in the holiday season, so you may get it right before Christmas or after. Just full disclosure.
yes,
But
ma'am.
that's my wish. Just to for God to take me from the back to the front, like He promised me He would a long time ago. I prayed to God for me to be the one in my family to break the generational curse and create generational wealth in my family. And that's just what this book is going to do. It's not only going to change the world and make people think, but it's going to put me on a map. I am manifesting, planning, and preparing for it. So it's going to happen. Y'all gonna see it soon. So that's my wish, and as well as for world peace and for those out there who have, hate in their heart or holding, grudges and stuff, just to let it go and free themselves from that mental bondage. And look at me as an example of what happens when you put your trust in God. He will take you from the back to the front. I am not a perfect person. I got a dark side to me, but I just choose to let the light shine in me more than the dark. And
Yes,
anybody
ma'am.
can do that. And so
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
my wish, to sell my books, but also for people just to have peace in their hearts and in their minds, just because it's the season to be. But you should
Yes,
have it all the time. But just for the season, if you don't have it all the time, just for the season, y'all, just have peace and tranquility in your heart, and don't hold no grudges, because when you do that, you're holding yourself back.
yes,
That's
ma'am.
really.
Indeed.
And
That's
then also just go to my website and buy my book, please, 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 for my birthday, please, please, please.
yes,
Don't
ma'am.
make me get up and sound desperate, but I
I
will.
love
We're gonna have
Because I told y'all, Mama got bills to pay. I'm two shakes
that's
away from
right.
getting on that pole, y'all.
Oh no.
hey,
No, no, no. I'm just playing. I'm not gonna have. Nah. I got my degree. Ain't no
yes.
need for Diamond Junior to come and play. But
Well, we definitely gonna have
yeah,
to send
I'm just
you
having
a
fun
birthday
with you,
shout
ladies.
out. Always definitely look to the page, and if you're not in the group already, I send you an invitation to the group, because we do birthday shout outs
Oh
here in
yeah.
book store. So we believe in doing a birthday shout outs.
Well, that's my
Please
favorite
send.
holiday, my birthday. So I'll be talking to you next week.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
All right, Miss Naylor.
Oh,
Please let me know what your wishes, your Christmas wishes.
um, I have two. Well, my first Christmas wish, I have a nonprofit that I started in 2019 for the homeless. It's called Yahweh
Okay.
Euro Organization.
Ooh, I like that.
Um,
Mm.
yes, the Lord will provide. Um,
Mhm.
so since I was a little girl, I've always liked helping people. I don't like to see people hungry or without shelter. So I started this nonprofit, and God actually gave me the vision for this as well. And he kind of showed me what it was going to look like. He said 5 years, and I'm like, it's already about to be 3 years in, so I don't know what you're about to do. That is, I'm gonna have a building to house people. I have already gotten a program written out. It's a 6-7 month program. Get them shelter, because a lot of people can't um get their IDs or social security cards or whatever that they might need, because they don't have nowhere for it to be sent to. So I want to provide housing for them, have them jobs in place, and even probably partner with apartment complexes to get them transitioned after the program into their own place. They have money saved, they have a job. So I want to get funding to finally get a building to start that. And I would call it the Breath of New Life program.
Whoa,
Sound
So,
I
good
like
to me.
and that's my first one is to get funding for that. And then my second one, I'm with Miss Different over here. I want to get my book sold.
Show you right, girl. Show you right.
And
Your time to shine. Get your
you can
money.
get it on Amazon. You
Hold
can
your book
also,
up. Let them see it, girl. Hold your book up. Let them see it. They just a
you can
proud.
get
I
it
love
on
it.
There you
I
go.
Amazon.
love it.
Yeah.
And then you can also order it through me via PayPal. I can give Miss Tammy the link, and I can ship them out. I can probably ship them out faster than Amazon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'll definitely get both of your
um,
books because I need some financial help, girl.
I got
Yeah, yeah. Me, you and me both. I
I
told
got
you where
you.
I'm at with it.
Yeah, so I can give Miss Tammy the PayPal link so she can post it, and I will get them shipped out almost as soon as I get the orders in. So
Same
All right.
here. I got them on deck, y'all. Come on with it.
I got them
Right there.
too. I got a book signing tomorrow, so I'm gonna be ready up.
Hey, get it, young
Ah,
queen.
nice.
Get it. Get it.
Yes, ma'am. Please share that with us. And share the area that you're in, and
Oh yeah.
just in case somebody's in the area, please share that with us.
Okay, yeah. So it's in Memphis. It's at Momentum Church. That's where I'll be
Mhm.
having it from 1 to 3 tomorrow.
Okay.
Um, it's gonna be just a nice time. It's gonna be refreshments there. I'll read um tip number 6, which is expenses, uh income and expenses, which is a spreadsheet. And it 1 second. Is write down your income. your income and expenses. I have charts to show you exactly what I mean and how to break it down monthly. And if you get paid bi-weekly, how do you do that? And a lot of people, it's just like tips in there. Like people usually go with their high income. No,
Mhm.
you get the bare minimum. Like how much do you make if you full time? What's 80 hours? You know, and that minimum amount you use that to subtract your expenses. And some people might be in the negatives, but realize the odds of you working exactly 80 hours is slim to none. So most likely you're going to work more than 80 hours, which means you're going to have extra money to pay off debt or pay up another bill. So that's why I say use the minimum. And then with bills like light, gas, and water, those fluctuate. So you want to go high when estimating those bills. So
Yeah.
that way, one month it might be cheaper, and now you have extra money. So when you go high on those, and it ends up being cheaper the next month, you have money to pay up other things. So I'm gonna go over stuff like that as well. So Momentum Church, 1 o'clock, be there to get a book signed.
Nice.
Awesome.
Awesome, awesome. Congratulations, Queen.
Thank you.
Nice.
You say you're in Memphis, in
Yes,
Tennessee?
yes,
I have
Memphis.
a friend out there who does podcasts. So if you are trying to promote and get your book out there, I can hook you up with her. She does True Talks podcast, and she's in Nashville. So I can definitely give you her information. You should definitely reach out to her and
Absolutely.
get on her show. Yeah, out there in Tennessee, in Tennessee, in Tennessee.
Thank you.
Hmm.
I love it. I love the connections. That's what this is all about, connecting
Yes,
with one.
ma'am. Queen help queens.
That's all right.
Miss Tiffany said, she's proud of you ladies.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Tiffany.
All righty. Well, thank you so much, ladies, for getting on with us. Um, if I'm gonna give everybody an opportunity to have their last minute saying, let's make sure we give about a last minute 20-minute saying, and we're gonna go ahead and close out this segment um of the book fair. Um, Miss Different,
Yes, ma'am.
give me your last minute, your last 20 seconds of what you want to close out with.
Okay, so again, everybody, again, differenceworld.net, spelled DIFERNT, worlds.net. You see it down there. Again, my book, What If? A Controversial Paradigm Shift, is intended for mature audience only. So if you can't take the heat, then don't bother coming to this kitchen. I also want to take time to thank Miss Tammy and all the other ladies. I had so much fun talking with you all and everybody out there watching and listening. Please go to my website, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow all of that good junk. I truly appreciate it. And don't forget, whatever it is in life that you want, you have to manifest, plan, and prepare for it, and it will surely come to you. Difference world. Come and learn.
Awesome, Miss Piccola.
Just keep pushing forward. Don't give up and don't let the enemy not because those who fight to the end, you always win.
Yes, yes, yes. Miss
Amen.
Naylor.
Yes. Okay. So get my book, 20 Tips to Financial Success. The website will be coming soon. I'm currently working on that right now, but you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Lechiantia. Also, you can go follow my Yahweh Euro page. Facebook is at Yahweh Euro Organization, and same as on Instagram as well. And I do have a website for that. It's YahwehEuroMemphis.org. Um, and I pray that everybody's year of 2022 is full of financial success.
Awesome,
Yes.
awesome.
Ma'am.
As well as Miss Naylor is in the KRIC bookstore, www.kricbookstore.com. We're about inspirational empowerment for our Black authors, connecting them with Black consumers so they can be connected. So thank you so much, ladies. I pray and hope y'all have a very blessed holiday season. If you're traveling, I pray that you're having traveling graces where you're traveling to. Just be safe out there and take care of yourself until next time. Please don't let this be the last time you're on our book fair. I actually will be shooting everybody out a book that I got from a wonderful young gentleman, to help with book sales and so forth. Very awesome book, beautiful young man. So, thank you so much for joining us, and I'll see y'all
Thank you for
next
having
time.
us.
Thank you, Tammy.
Bye. You guys have a good
Thank
one. Be
Bye.
you.
safe. Happy holidays to
Thank
you guys. God bless.
you too.
Bye bye.
Happy holiday. God bless.
All righty, all righty. I am just so super excited about this platform. I'm super excited about the things that are happening. I am super excited no matter if we have one lady, one lady, one male, or we have 11 of you on there. I'm just so super excited because I am making some wonderful connections. You're getting the opportunity to hear about some amazing authors, and I get the opportunity to talk about KRC Bookstore, this wonderful store that we have here. So I'm gonna go over a few books with you, um, that is in a bookstore. We we're actually going to be, like I said, doing reruns of various books that we've had on the in the bookstore previously. Um, Looking for my list. All righty. Today we're going to talk about a few business books that we have in the bookstore. We have a total of um we have a total of four. Actually, let me do this. Let's run a commercial real quick, and then I'm gonna come back and talk about four of our books that we have in the bookstore. So I'll be back with you.
Hi guys, I'm Tavia with All Black Everything, and as you know, we talk a lot about normalizing buying black. So I just want to break that down as far as what it really means. So it's really a lifestyle adjustment. You know, we want everything you do, everything you own to be black owned. So start small, you know, replace your laundry detergent, your soap, your deodorant with a black owned product. There's plenty of places. You just have to take the initiative to look for it. And if you need help, any suggestions of any companies, hit up All Black Everything. We got you covered. You can follow us on IG or Facebook at All Black Everything.
I am one of the only people. Oh,
Hello, hello, hello. My name is Tammy M. Lilly, and I own KRC Bookstore. Here at KRC Bookstore, we have a plethora of books to choose from. But one of the books I want to talk about, well, actually, two of the books I want to talk about with you today, is these beautiful books. What Can I Be? One is a reading book. It has the alphabet and words resemble that particular alphabet, as well as it has a coloring book. And we also have some crayons for you, which is the color of the world. So, this is a part of our children's book subscription as well. You can get the books individually, or you can opt to get a subscription. If you opt to get a subscription, in that particular subscription box, it will have a book, an activity book, some other items such as a t-shirt depending on the age of the child. It can have some earrings in there. It can have a backpack in there. It ranges according to the child. And that particular subscription is only $29.99. Goes up, it starts at $29.99. Definitely check us out. Get your subscription. You can opt to do 1 month. and do it as a trial basis, or you can go ahead and save a little bit by go ahead committing to 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or even 12 months. So check out the website. It's www.krcbookstore.com. We're also on all social medias, Facebook, Twitter. We're on Instagram as well as TikTok. Just look up KRC Bookstore. Thank you so much. You have a very blessed day. Enjoy the rest of the book fair. Bye-bye.
The BOB Rewards Club MLK Now celebration is taking place January the 15th, 2022 at the Minneapolis Convention Center, joined by guest speakers such as Dr. Umar Johnson and more. Admission is free, so bring the whole family. Sponsor packages are still available. Vendor booths starting at $125.
All righty, welcome back. Welcome back. How is everybody doing? This is the link for those who. Okay. Welcome back. So, with today's book fair, you had the opportunity to hear from three young ladies, with three wonderful books, with three awesome backgrounds that have three different stories and have three different testimonies and three different things that can bless you in an amazing, awesome way. So, I want to tell you about four of our books that's in the bookstore that cater toward business owners in a business capacity. So, our first book we have is this beautiful one, Invest in Yourself. And whenever somebody thinks about investing, they think about monetary. They think about how can I invest in myself by money. But investing in yourself is not just money, it's also time. See, he has this time clock here to give you an inkler that it's not just money, but it's also time. This is by Mr. Dwayne Hancock. This is right on the website, www.krcbookstore.com. Go to the website, it's right on the website. He talks about various things, such as what is it that you love to do? It's so much easier to continue to do something and do something for years when you actually love what you do. It's nothing worse than doing something and not loving it. You dread getting up, you dread going to the job, or you dread going to the office. There's nothing worse and more stressful to be doing something that you do not like doing. The thought process, he talks about taking action. So, you think about what you want to do. You know what you love doing. You discover what you love doing, and you are thinking about it. How can you get to that position? What's going to get you in a position quicker? What's going to get you in that position more efficiently? Then you start to take action. Then you think about your health, because what good is it that you're doing all this stuff when you're in bad health? You're stressing about stuff. That, to me, that reverts back to what is it that you like to do. And then believe in yourself, simply, point blank, period. Don't worry about anybody else. Like Miss Pincola said, do not worry about what anybody else thinks about you and what you're trying to do. Just do what you do and do what you feel like your heart is leading you to do, what your spirit is leading you to do. So This book is a lot of principles in here can be applied to our everyday life, but this, even though this is a business book, a lot of principles can be applied to your day-to-day life. So make sure you get this one. Get this one for yourself. Get this one for a friend. Get this for a family member. Get this for a loved one. Get one copy, two copy. Keep one copy for yourself, and then send the other one off for a gift. Hashtag books are great. Hashtag books are great gifts. Get this one today. Our second book we're going to talk about is Why Your Refund is So Low. This is a book written for business owners. It's especially written for first year business owners, because a lot of times as business owners, especially in your first year, you forget to do a lot of things. You drop the ball on a lot of things, and it's okay. You live and you learn. Life is the best teacher. So this talks about a lot of foundational things that you need for your business. Although this says it's for the first year business owners, everybody can learn something from here, whether you are a first year, fifth year, or a seasonal business owner. You've been in business for 10 years and beyond. So it talks about registering your business the right way. There are different ways of registering your business depending on what you're trying to do with your business. Now, you can start out one way and always change, convert to a different one. So just because you start out as a sole proprietorship does not mean that you have to stay a sole proprietorship. You can convert to a LLC. You can convert to a partnership. You can convert to any direction you choose to go to, long as you're doing it the right way and long as it's good fitting for your business. Communication is essential. How are you communicating with your employees? How are you communicating with partners? How are you communicating with vendors? How are you communicating with your customers? Communication is essential in any aspect of life, but definitely in business. And it talks about timing and deadlines. They're deadlines. When you're thinking about taxes, you are thinking about deadlines. You have the April 15th. You have time frames, deadlines for filing your sales tax, and a various other time. And you have to just be on right timing. You know, the timing goes into how quick you're able to produce the product. Timing goes into how fast you're able to ship it out to the customer. Timing is key. And this book talks about a lot of those things. So definitely go to the website, www.krcbookstore.com. How to get more money back from the IRS your first year. And I want to tell you a little bit how this title was coming about. This particular title, a lot of business owners, when they're in the first business, they wonder why their refund is so low. Well, your refund is low because you're not including all the things that are taking up your time, taking up your money, and you're not including those things, and you're not keeping adequate records. So definitely get this book right here. And we just talked to this young lady. She was one of our guests tonight, 20 Tips to Financial Success. This book, it will be on our website, www.krcbookstore.com. This is an awesome, amazing book, and this is volume 1. So that means that she's probably planning on doing a volume 2. So you definitely want to get this one and get 20 Tips of Financial Success. She talks about one of the things in her book. She talks about putting God in your finances. You know, you have to have some kind of direction, some kind of guidance in what direction you're going in. Tithing, desperation, developing a financial wisdom. So you got to be smart. Wisdom is not knowledge, is knowing when to use that knowledge. And wisdom is key to being financially successful. So you definitely want to get this book right here. Amazing book. She is not just talking about things, she is living these things. She is a homeowner, so therefore that means she may have did a few things correct. So, and last and definitely not least, we do have magazines. We do accept magazines in KRC Bookstore. This is one of our magazines that is in the bookstore. It's called Swag Her Magazine. They have some very good tips off in here from various authors, articles in here, as well as they have an opportunity for those who are in the business room to put advertisements in here. So this is an amazing, awesome book. Excuse me, magazine. If you would like to get a subscription, please reach out to us. It will be on the website. This subscription is only $15. Swag Her. Isn't that a beautiful magazine? 6 ways to utilize second chances. Um, Suffering in Silence. Wealth Educator. Sunshine Smith Williams talks life before and after incarceration, police reform, and more. So these talks about things that are affecting our communities directly and indirectly. Definitely, you want to get this magazine, beautiful printed magazine in here. So, if you are interested in being getting some advertising space, definitely reach out to us, and we'll get you directed over to the correct department with Swag Her magazine. So, what I want to do is I'm gonna run a couple more commercials for you. I want to be to tell you about some things that we're doing. I did run a commercial in the middle of a break, and I'm gonna run it again, and so I can be to tell you more about that particular opportunity.
The BB Reward Club MLK Now celebration is taking place January the 15th, 2022 at the Minneapolis Convention Center, joined by guest speakers such as Dr. Umar Johnson and more. Admission is free, so bring the whole family. Sponsor packages are still available. Vendor booths starting at $125.
All right, January 15th. As we all know, that is Martin Luther King's birthday, and a lot of celebrations happen around that time. He is was a major player in the civil rights movement. So they gave us a holiday, and we celebrate his birthday each and every year. And this year, 2022, upcoming year, is no different. 2022 in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where the birthplace is, where the most recent movement happened, where the whole world woke up at the same time, when somebody was brutally taken out this world by somebody that was supposed to sworn to protect us, has clearly wasn't protecting us, and he made it apparently painfully clear that they was not protecting us. So we all know what happened in Minneapolis. So this is going to be where this particular celebration will be housed. If you're in that particular area, please reach out to me for a vendor booth. We have 2 different size vendor booths. We have a 4x4 for those just giving out information, and we have a larger booth for those who need bigger spaces, such as for clothing, merchandise, and anything like that. Definitely reach out to us. We are looking to close out this particular vendor opportunity by the 15th of February. The 15th of February, we will start doing press releases, and your names and your businesses will be floating all over the place when talking about this particular event. So if you want to be a part of that, please make sure you meet that deadline. That is the final day for that. As well as if you're in that media area, this is a free event to attend, so you can go right on the website. It is MLK Now 2022. Go on there. You can get your register for your vendor booth, as well as register to attend that particular event. So don't miss out on it. If you're in that area, if you're close by the Twin Cities, please come out and celebrate with us. I will be in the house. I'm in the Texas area. I'm actually residing in the Texas area, but I will be flying in with KRC Bookstore to represent and to celebrate Martin Luther King celebration. And I want to thank everybody so much for joining tonight, listening to these amazing, awesome authors, listening about these 4 business 3 business books and the magazine that we talked about. We will be back here on the 13th doing our holiday special episode. One, we will be talking about children's books. So if you have a child in your life and you are interested in getting a book for them as a stocking stuffer, you already went and got the PlayStations and the Wii's and all this kind of stuff, but you want to get them something that's going to encourage them to learn. Um, to have these Wii's and these different things are good to have, but they're good things as incentive. Get them something that is going to benefit them in their life. So we're going to be talking about our book subscription. We're going to have some reruns of some authors that came on and talked about their books, as well as we're going to be talking about some books that is currently in KRC bookstore. But if you want to before then to check out our books, you definitely can go to our website, www.krcbookstore.com. We have some amazing, awesome books there, and we are steadily adding more. Definitely check out our bookstore subscription. This is an amazing opportunity for you to get something great for your child. I did tell you about the box that we have. Beautiful box. Um, Beautiful box. Don't forget about a big purple box. You know how they had the purple dinosaur, and now we got the purple box. Get your purple box. So, anyways, thank you so much for joining. And I hope to see you Monday. If you're in the Houston, Texas area, I will be at a couple events this particular weekend. I will be at Rated Bougie. Trying to think what the E stands for. Rated Bougie. If you know who she is, Miss Tiffany Young. She is hosting a award show, and I will be vending there. I will be there representing KRC Bookstore, as well as there to answer any tax questions that you may have, because I'm on autopilot when it comes down to that. I will be at that particular event, as well as a host of other events. Um, if you're on Facebook, you're watching on Facebook and you're looking on my personal page, please take a moment out to go and like the KRC Bookstore page. We're also on Instagram, KRC Bookstore. We also have a group, so if you're an author, please seek out that group, as well as we're on Twitter, KRC Bookstore. And if you're a TikToker, KRC Bookstore on TikTok. If you have any questions or concerns about any of the books that we have, or if you're interested in being in our bookstore, you can definitely reach me at one of those sites, as well as contacting me at 832-443-8177, 832-443-8177. Or you can go to the website, www.krcbookstore.com. You can message me through there. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys, hopefully on Monday, talking about some books in the bookstore, hearing from some authors that have some children's books, some amazing children's books. Thank you so much for watching it, everyone. Be very, very blessed. And if I don't see you between now and next year, I pray and hope that you have a very blessed holiday, as well as if you're traveling, please be safe out there. Pray that God give you traveling graces to and fro your destination and from your destination back home. Thank you so much. Hashtag support begin support. Hashtag books are great. Hashtag books are great gifts. Thank you so much and be very, very blessed. Bye-bye.